there's one thing I want to kind of get into. So you played a few more years after the Rochester American there in some West Coast leagues and seemed to wrap it up in '98. But help me with this one. You came back to the St. George de... this is too long. It's a senior A team. It had to have been a
Yeah, no, you can laugh about it. It is pretty funny. You know, I was for all intents and purposes, I was pretty much out of hockey at that point. And I think it was I have 4 kids. You know, so you're making that transition out of hockey, and I don't know how they managed to get my home phone number, but my wife would tell me, like, hey, there's some guy in broken French keeps on calling the house looking for you. What is this about? I said, I don't know, but, you know, next time he calls, put me on. So, you know, they'll throw some crazy money at you to go back and play a game or two. And at first I thought it was, you know, it was pretty comical. But then it got to the point where it was, you know, about 6 weeks before Christmas, and they threw some money at me. And I said, geez, you know, that would buy a lot of Christmas presents for the kids. So I went back and I did the best I could. I don't think, you know, fighting 20-year-old kids when you're in your mid-30s is probably going to turn out too good for anybody. But, you know, I got out of there alive, and we can laugh about it now. But it was, yeah, they just kept ringing the house until they finally got me. And I went up there and had some fun. And, you know, like I said, got out of there with my head still on my shoulders.
Well, that's one thing I had to ask about, because it was like a few years after you had seemingly retired. And again, like the internet, you know, you can't trust anything on there, as we talked about before.
It happened, and I was just like, I had friends here in Portland, and they were like trying to talk me out of it. They were like, you're out of your mind. You shouldn't do that, you know, because, and they were probably right. But it, you know, like I said, it was fun. But like I said, it was crazy. But like I said, it's fighting, you know, like that is a young man's game. It's a lot of fun when you're like 18 to 23, 25. But when you're in your 30s, like, you know, you're just like, what am I doing out here?
So, but Hockey DB only has you listed as playing 1 game and only receiving, like, the only score that you have there is a 5-minute penalty. Is that true? You only played 1 game, 1 fight? Or?
That was pretty much the extent of it. I think we were supposed to go to Quebec City and play the following day, and I was just like, I'm good. I'm just, I've had enough. You know, I got my game in. I played a total of maybe 4 or 5 shifts total, and like I said, it was just another experience that we can laugh about, you know, and tell stories about. But yeah, it was like I said, it was fun. Couple bucks, you know, but it was definitely just a footnote on a crazy 12 years career.
What a way to wrap it up.
Yeah, no, really, I don't know if it's you'd like to go out winning a championship or whatever, but, you know, like, I think that was probably more suited to me.
Go around with a belt around your waist.
Yeah, trying at least, anyways.